welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to come on here really quickly to show you guys how to cover up redness if you are going to be running errands. You just don't want the redness to be like prominent, but we're gonna make the best out of it. So first we're gonna start off with my first A Beauty Ultra Repair Cream in this tub. It looks super busted, but I live for the Ultra Repair Cream. You guys always hear me talk about it. I'm going to be applying this all over to hydrate my skin. I'm going to be taking my Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. The reason I'm using this face primer is because I love the way that it makes my skin feel. It also does a good job of brightening my skin. I tend to find that when I do have rosacea flare-ups, my skin looks very dull. It adds this really pretty healthy glow on the skin. And you also have to make sure, if you do have rosacea or any skin issues that you may be facing, is that you are constantly drinking water. Okay, so now that we have primer on our face, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our skin tint that we're using today. We're gonna be using the Accomplice CC Cream. This one is the matte version of it. I love CC Cream because it does an amazing job of color correcting the redness and kind of giving this nice tint over the skin to even out the complexion. It is very wearable for everyday use. It contains that anti-aging serum, which is always great for all of us, no matter what age you may be. And it also does have a good amount of SPF. It has SPF of 40, which is fantastic. And if you do have rosacea, you need to be wearing that SPF. So it's great that your foundation has it in case you are in a rush. You can just go ahead and go directly with it. I have talked about this product a lot in my videos because I really stand behind it. The founder of Accomplice is actually somebody that does have rosacea. So she really made products targeted for rosacea. And I'm just taking my JH03 brush and I'm using that to kind of stipple on the product because I do want to make sure that it gives me more coverage. Because the redness is very prominent, I want it to really cover. If I use a sponge, the sponge may pick up a little too much of that product and end up not giving me the coverage that I need, especially when I'm going in with a skin tint. Okay, so we have this. And I'm just patting the product in. You can see it's not a full coverage product. It's not supposed to be. It's just supposed to color correct any discoloration, any colors that you don't like. Product on my nose because I do have some rosacea on my nose. I do also want to say that they do have a normal version of this if you don't want a matte version, and they do have like a luminous version. So for my people who do not want something that's matte, you can definitely go for the original. It's just as good, except you do get a little bit dewy faster if you do have some oils on your skin. I feel like this one helps keep my oily T-zone to the minimum through the day. You can see how everything's laying very, very nicely. And I forgot to mention, I am in the color tan. Consistency of this product is a little bit thicker than the original because it is more of a matte formula. Now that we have done that, we're gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of concealer. For my everyday concealer, I like to use the Marc Jacobs Accomplice concealer. This one is in the shade medium 39, and I just go directly on the under eye like that. Just very little. Then I take a little brush. It's the best to apply stick concealers with a brush as opposed to with a sponge because sometimes it can end up taking away too much of that product, especially when you do want it to cover. Now, some days I will just go in with my Accomplice concealer and I won't go in with any type of skin tint because I don't need that much coverage. So like if I don't have a big rosacea flare up or a lot of redness to cover, then I'll just go in with this and cover some little red spots. But today I feel like I needed a little bit more coverage. And I am gonna be taking my Kylie Cosmetics powder in beige just to kind of set those under eyes because I do wanna make sure that even though we are going for a more natural wear, I still kind of set it so it doesn't crease. I'm just gonna take the leftover powder and kind of brush it over my eyes just to kind of avoid that creasing that the skin tint may have placed on my eye. And also my T-zone a little bit to remove any of those added oils. Setting powder can be such a lifesaver and a multi-use product We're gonna move on to the last steps, and I did go off camera to do 2 little steps, and that was just to apply some gloss. I feel like a gloss can always add life to the look, so I'm just using a e.l.f. Jelly Pop Gloss. This one is kind of like a little bit of a pink tint. I feel like it kind of gives it a natural color of like lips, and I feel like it adds a little pop of something, you know? And then I just went ahead and curled my lashes. I'm not applying mascara or anything because I just want to keep it really natural. I don't need all that extra stuff. So I feel like curling my lashes, because they're so straight, makes them kind of like look a little curly, a little girly. It's great. So now we're going to go back in with the Banana Bright primer. Just a little bit. I'm going to be taking my Cover FX drops in Sunlight. These are those nice like highlighting drops, and we're going to take very little of that product, just very little. We don't need a lot. It looks like this right now. We're going to mix that just a little bit and kind of let it get a little tacky, and just kind of apply it to the high points of our face just to kind of add some glow back into the skin, and then just kind of go back in with a highlighting brush. Do this, but I feel like it adds a little bit of radiance back into the skin, and it makes the skin look a little bit fresh faced, you know? And that's kind of what I'm going for. And a little bit on the nose. Last thing I like to do is go in with my Morphe Continuous Mist and just kind of mist it all over my face very subtly, because I do have oily skin. So if you go in like too intense, you'll get a very luminous look. I just kind of want my makeup to like sink into my skin so it becomes one with the skin. So like that. Just very quick and light, because if you leave it on for too much and spray too much, it's definitely going to give you more of that glowy finish. So this is pretty much what I like to do to conceal redness on my face and give myself a more fresh face finish, a more polished look. It's very quick, very easy. I hope it was informative for you guys, especially if you do suffer from rosacea or from imperfections that you just want to cover. My skin isn't perfect, and I'm here to show you guys that and tell you guys that we all have issues with our skin, but there's always a little bit of makeup that can cover that and make it look a little bit more put together and polished. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video where I show you how to create this look, then please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. Also, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe down below and become a member of me here on YouTube. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you never miss anything, because why would you? That being said, I love you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.